You know what's interesting? If someone told you they retired with $500,000, most people would say the same thing. That's not enough. Especially online, especially when you constantly hear that you need 2 or 3 million just to feel safe. But here's something most people don't realize. There are retirees who start with $500,000, and over the next 20 years, that money quietly grows to over $2 million. No lottery win, no crazy stock picking, no miracle investment, just time, structure, and behavior. And that's what I want to talk about today. If you enjoy calm, realistic conversations about money and how it actually works in real life, make sure you subscribe. And drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing how far these videos reach. Now let's reframe the problem. Most people think retirement is about hitting a giant number. Like once you cross some magical line, you're safe forever. But retirement isn't about a number. It's about a system. Here's the misunderstanding. People assume that once you retire, your money only goes down. You stop working, you start withdrawing. The account slowly shrinks. That feels logical. But if your money stays invested in productive assets, like broad market index funds, it doesn't just sit there, it keeps growing. Historically, the stock market has averaged around 8% per year over long periods. Not every year. Some years are rough. But over decades, that's been the pattern. At 8%, money roughly doubles every 9 years. So, $500,000 can become about $1 million in 9 years. Then, roughly $2 million in another 9. That's around 18 years. And here's the key. Compounding doesn't stop just because you stopped working. But there's a catch. Psychology. Retirement changes how market swings feel. When you're working, a market drop is uncomfortable. When you're retired, it feels threatening. There's no paycheck to refill the account. So people panic. They sell. They move everything to cash. And that decision, not the market, is what breaks the compounding. The retirees who turn $500K into $2 million aren't financial geniuses. They're disciplined. There's a common framework called the 4% rule. It suggests that withdrawing around 4% of your portfolio per year has historically allowed money to last for decades in many market conditions. On $500,000, that's about $20,000 a year. If that's combined with Social Security or a pension, the portfolio may not need to carry the full load. And if investment growth averages more than the withdrawal rate over time, the account can actually grow, even while you're taking money out. That's the quiet secret. Growth minus modest withdrawals over long periods equals expansion. But there's another layer. Spending in retirement often declines over time. Early retirement might include travel and big plans. Later years usually become simpler. Expenses often level off or decrease. Meanwhile, investments, left alone, continue compounding. That gap between growth and spending is where the real magic happens. Now let's talk about risk. Many people think safety means avoiding the market entirely. But the bigger long-term risk isn't volatility, it's inflation. If inflation averages 3%, your purchasing power gets cut in half in about 24 years. So sitting in cash may feel safe, but it quietly erodes your future. The real goal isn't eliminating risk, it's balancing risk and growth. Enough stability to sleep at night, enough growth to outpace inflation. That balance, not chasing high returns, is what gives $500,000 the potential to become much more. And this lesson isn't just for retirees. If you're decades away from retirement, the takeaway isn't hope the market saves you. It's build systems early. Get used to volatility. Stop checking your accounts daily. Understand how compounding works before you depend on it. Because investing success isn't about intelligence, it's about behavior. Two people can start with the same $500,000. One reacts emotionally to every headline. The other follows a simple plan and sticks to it. 20 years later, their outcomes can look completely different. Not because of secret formulas, but because of patience. And that's really the turning point. Retirement isn't about trying to guarantee certainty. It's about giving yourself the highest probability of long-term stability. Probability, not perfection. So when someone says $500,000 isn't enough, maybe the better question is, enough with what behavior? Enough with panic? Probably not. Enough with discipline, modest withdrawals, and time? Historically, yes, it's been more powerful than people think. We tend to look for dramatic breakthroughs, but wealth often grows quietly, while you're living your life, while you're spending time with family, while nothing feels extraordinary. If this helped you feel a little calmer and a little clearer about money, subscribe to the channel. And before you go, tell me where you're watching from. I genuinely enjoy reading those.